Okay, Nanogate offers a complete integrated service from making new surfaces, new components. You can meet us every day in your bathroom when you take your shower cabin, which is maybe easy to clean. If you bake your bread in the kitchen, if you drive with your car, you find components in the car which are multicolor or like looking like an iPhone, or with replacing glass or metals with our technology, or every window in Airbus is coated with our technology, or for example, some systems in your basement, which makes your heating system more efficient. So Nanogate's in different worlds active. However, we're mainly concentrating now on polymer surfaces, which give multifunctional properties, mainly making surfaces look like and behave like glass, or surfaces look and behave like metals. I mean, the market is completely changing. The design and capability of products becoming more and more important. For example, reduction of weight is important as well, but the user interface means surfaces which look great and behave great are more and more important. For example, for the automotive industry, how to save weight, how to make a surface look like glass, behave like glass, look like metals. Integrating, for example, digitalization means sensors and other things need to be integrated. So this is a strong trend towards multifunctional design-oriented surfaces, but also in your household equipment, maybe in your coffee machine or in your kitchen or in your bathroom, we find a surface which looks great and have a multifunctional functionality, and that's something which is driving our markets. And Nanogate wants to have a complete picture. So one of our business ideas and what makes us unique is that we are able to provide a complete package to the customers, from the design of the product of the customers up to the final surface, final component. Therefore, Nanogate needed to integrate these competencies by building up ourselves or acquiring certain competencies from the outside. And what becomes more and more important is that Nanogate has a high visibility of contracts. So we have usually a duration of 4 years. So high visibility, and also we are moving towards more and more into the design phase. So it's important for us to help our customers to design products to its needs, thinking about in the early stage what kind of surfaces might be possible and how to realize them. And therefore, that was very important for us to be in the front end and a true innovation partner for our customers. And that was the reason for the recent acquisition. At the end of the day, you want to be a one-stop solution or a plug-and-play company which provides complete service and competence in a new world of surfaces. Yeah, Nanogate has become an international company. We in the future become maybe even a global company. So, for example, what we have invested is in North America, for example, acquiring a company and transforming this company in a growth platform for this market. For example, we're just investing in a technology center. And we just also got the biggest order in history, 100 million, for the so-called stainless steel replacement technology. That means replacing stainless steel with a polymer-based solution, which saves a lot of money, and for the customers, do something for the environment and gives new design freedom. So we have to invest in our plant in Ohio to do this. For example, we're also investing strongly in Europe for also new technologies like metallization of polymers, not only stainless steel, but also chrome replacement, in the future other materials. We're also investing in so-called new mobility applications. We just got the biggest order, a very big order in an electrical car, for example. So we have invested in these things, and also finally in the world of so-called smart surfaces. That means we want to integrate electronic functionalities, for example, user interfaces, true electronics into surfaces by using, for example, printable electronics. All these fields we have some investments. However, we also got major orders this year to prove that we're not only in investment mode, we're already in a so-called harvesting mode, and have the first contracts, which we now try to get into serial production in the next 2 years. Nanogate has become, in our last program, which we called Phase 5, from a true, I would say, European-based or even German-based thinking model to a little bit more international. So we have now plans in the Netherlands, in Slovakia, in Europe, and different places. We also have, as I said, the US activities installed, which is now a growth space for North America. We also have direct business in Asia already in double digits. So we're becoming now, since we have new acquisition, even in India, we have a little location right now. So Nanogate has become a true international company. With our revenues, more than 60% are outside Germany, for example. So Nanogate is on the way to be international. Also, let's say the German thinking here a little bit switched to more international. However, in the future, we want to become even more global. The trend is absolutely there, that even Asia becomes more important. We have a really big chance to become one of the global leading companies in the world of new surfaces and components. And therefore, we have to go further and transform our company once more to become the next coming years a more international global company. Yeah, for us, Nanogate, I mean, growth is one thing, but profitability and cash flow is the other thing. And our idea was, in the past, we had a program growing from 50 million to 100 million revenues. Now we have 220 million. And what we have done is we have to build up our competences. We also installed, we call it a decentralized organization. So we have different kind of units, entities, which truly are on their own, connected and interlinked, but really a little bit decentralized managed. And what we think now at the time is, because we have our technology ready, we're getting very large orders now, and we have to think in a different way. Mainly, we have to transform the company from a decentralized approach to a more centralized approach. That means we have to transform a location from an entity into a site. And we believe if we're doing this, we have many opportunities to make our production processes more efficient. We can allocate cash more efficiently. We can now think about producing in Slovakia, for example. We have global projects, so the question is how to be more efficient, getting our margins, which are in the projects, down on the P&L. We also believe that the CapEx can be optimized because we have capacity there, but maybe we can now, since we get very big orders and global orders, we can utilize it a little bit better. So it has a big cash impact and an EBITDA impact definitely, and also impact how far to approach the market. In the past, we have been already working some kind of key account management, but the reality was the decentralized organization was mainly the responsible for the contracts. In the future, it will be different. It will be kind of industry approach very strongly. So the decision-making process is not in the entity anymore, it's central. So what kind of contracts we're getting, what kind of margins we are realizing, what kind of contracts we're going to negotiate, and finally, even things like global supply chain management, for example, is something we can play more efficiently. And now, since we have the critical mass, now we are already a little bit international. We think by putting things together, we have to change the organization, transform this, which is also give us new room for additional growth, which we, I think, have to do, and the chances are there, and also become a global company. So that's a major change, but we have done it several times. Nanogate was always changing. We have always developed the company in different phases. That's why our last program called Phase 5, which was also a complete new setup. So we used it as part of our DNA, and we are looking forward to transform it once more in the next 2 years. And then we see also some, let's say, bottom line results, definitely. Nanogate will be, by our new program, grow further, be more profitable, and one of our objectives is to grow to a $500 million company till the end of 2025, which is absolutely possible from the markets we have already seen and the contracts we have already gotten. And we're also looking for an EBITDA margin of 15%, which goes to 75 million in EBITDA. So this is also something which we already see operational-wise. And if you get the company together and becoming a, let's say, global leaded central company, I believe you can grow there.
Okay. Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.